Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio and welcome to the video, y'all. Oh, I gotta light my candle. Will you light my candle? What are you staring at? A little Rent this morning for y'all, or afternoon, wherever the hell you are. You guys, oh my gosh, I got in the mail today the new Rustic Glam from Dominique Cosmetics, and this palette is really pretty because we have a bunch of like blue colors. We have some pinks. You guys know I love my pinks. We got some golds. I like the fact that it's a wearable eyeshadow, but still like it makes the pops of color look wearable. Like Kristen's very good at doing this with her palettes. I've been friends with Kristen now for a while. She was actually one of the first like beauty influencers I ever met in Turks and Caicos with Tarte like 3 years ago. And I'm really excited that she has her own brand. I've reviewed her stuff before on my channel. And when I put this palette on my Instagram story, I got so many requests to do a look with this, to test it out, see how I like it. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, because I haven't played around with eyeshadow in a minute. I was traveling. I was in Seattle. I just released my new song. Like, it's kind of been a shit show for me, to say the least. So I'm finally getting back to things being normal only for a week, and then I leave for Cabo next week with Smashbox. So I am trying to do my best at pre-filming some videos for you guys. So if you have any looks or any ideas that you guys want me to do, just leave me a comment, tweet me, DM me. So I'm on Dominique Cosmetics website right now, and it says that this palette retails for $44. This is a very big palette in comparison to like a ColourPop eyeshadow palette, which you guys know I love ColourPop. This is no shade towards them, but this is a very big palette. Like the ColourPop one covers like a third of the palette, so this is very big. You do get a pretty large pan size in my opinion. I think I want to play around. There's so many cool colors, but there's something about this like green combination. I love whenever I wear green eyeshadow because it always makes my hazily brown eyes look green. So I don't know what's going on with this side of my hair, y'all, so I don't know. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera and then be back for the shadow. All right, you guys. My microphone is dying, so I really hope it doesn't cut out in the middle of this video. I need to order the battery. So, honestly, I just want to mess around with this green. Like, I feel like it looks really pretty. I'm gonna first put down a transition color. Actually, I'm not gonna put down a transition color. I'm gonna do this a little bit backwards today. I'm gonna put down the shade Cactus all in my crease. And this is kind of that green olive kind of color, and I'm just placing it down in my crease. This technique is kind of the Mitchell and Lord China technique that I do every now and then on my channel. Just so you guys know, if you do get the palette, there is a bunch of fallout. And I feel like that's pretty common with Dominique Cosmetics. Like, I feel like they do have a bit more of fallout, but it doesn't really bother me because the shadows and everything still perform fine. But I know fallout does bother some people, so I just wanted to make sure to mention it. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here to this eye. And then I'm gonna be taking the shade Fringe right here and kind of blending it with the Cactus shade. Like putting it up here and blending out the colors. Now this technique does take a bit of time, so if you are busy or on the run, on the go, I don't recommend doing this. I feel like this will be a really good way to get this to work out the way that I want it to. And then now this brush doesn't have any product on it, and I'm just kind of feathering out the edges and making sure, like, this is really good to use when you're using darker colors like this green. I don't really have anything to transition into it, So doing this technique is actually pretty good because it prevents the dark shadows from like going too far up. Girl, we have all been there when that has happened, and it is not a fun time. So I find that this technique really works well with dark colors or just colors that you don't have a lot of transition shades for. Y'all, my stress and anxiety level has been on another level this week. I feel like I was barely able to eat. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was in the water this past week. But I was so stressed out beyond belief. It was the moon. I'm just gonna blame it on the moon, okay? It was a full moon the other night. All the craziness was coming out. It's not my fault, okay? Oh, I like the way this is blending. So now I'm gonna go back into that cactus shade and actually pick up a bit more and just work it into the crease. It's blending out pretty nicely. I was actually very impressed with the swatches on this because like I'm gonna show you guys like some other swatches. I was like shook when I swatched this blue shade. Like, oh my god. Whatever formula Kristen has going on here, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. Even this black, like, okay, hi, how you doing? No, it's okay. I got the dogs in here. And then I'm going to take a big fluffier brush with the shade Fringe that we initially used and kind of like diffuse the edges even more. Yeah, I feel like I like where this is heading. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. All right, so I feel like I got it blended to a point where I'm kind of liking it. So I'm going to now take this green shade down here, Wanderlust, and my brush is wet. Just so you guys know, I always like to apply these shimmer shades with a wet brush. That's just like always my go-to. Whoa, Kristen, okay. Wow, I like this. Oh my god, I just had an idea to make this even cuter, if you can believe it or not. Wow, I really like this. Okay, Kristen. Okay, I really hope that this doesn't ruin the look, but I kind of want to see what it would look like if I had a little bit of pink in the transition. So I'm going to take the shade Wildflower. We're going to be a little risque. Kind of pop it up there. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, I like this. You guys, the other day it was Mo's birthday and I got him a new teepee. I let him bark in the front yard for an hour and a half, his favorite thing ever, which annoys my neighbors. And he went skateboarding. He was living his best life. He's 4. My baby is 4. I can't believe it. My honey, my munchkin. It just doesn't seem real, you know? Like, oh. Yo, I really like this so far. Okay, some of you might be like, what the F? But I really like this. I had a dream the other night of doing like a green and pink look. And I opened this palette and my dream just came back to me. And I was like, bitch, you know it's, first of all, you know it's real when you start dreaming about eyeshadow. I do definitely recommend to apply your eyeshadow first because I am getting a bit of fallout in this area. I know that there are some people that like to do their foundation first. I feel like if you're using darker shades in a palette anyway, you should always kind of do your eyeshadow first, but I definitely think that this palette does have a bit of kickback, so definitely applying your shadow before your foundation is probably a good idea. I do love the way that it's blending though, just because there's fallout, it's fine. It just, I know some people really care about fallout, so that's why I wanted to make sure to mention it. So I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation off camera, save a little bit of time since my microphone is dying. I really hope that the audio isn't shitty on this. I'm really sorry in advance if it is, you guys. Oh my god, I'm so ill prepared. So yeah, I'll be right back to finish the lower lash line. Ah! You guys, my microphone is dying! I gotta move fast! I got my fake lashes on, I got my foundation on, I got my lipstick on. So let's do our lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and start to smudge out the lower lash line with this pink, which is the Wildflower shade right there. I'm kind of getting this bee going. And then I'm gonna take some of this cactus shade, the green shade that we initially blended with, and line our lower lashes with that as well. And then I'm going to take the Wanderlust shade, which is all over my lid, and kind of work this on the inner lower lash, like by the tear ducties. and pop on some mascara for those lower lashes. A little bit of Kush mascara from Milk. And this is the finished look, you guys. I did very light, like, dewy foundation today because it's very hot in LA. But I really like the way that this came out. I think that this is a great palette. Like, I think I'm definitely going to be using this a bunch of times. I really liked it, you guys. If I had to rate it out of 10, it would be an 8. And basically just based off of the fact that there's a decent amount of fallout, but the colors still blend. It's not like a subculture drama thing. It's that palette was a disaster. But this is a great palette. I love supporting Kristen. She's such a great human in general. She's such a sweetheart. I really like her, and I really like her brand. I think she's done some really cool, innovative things. She has this like way of throwing in pops of color without making it look too intimidating. So I really, really appreciate that, especially for like, you know, the everyday person who wants to maybe dabble in color. This will be perfect for you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Please consider subscribing, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!